I recently sat down and watched the double-header, the first of two double-headers for Super Formula at Fuji Speedway. And I know I'm a couple of weeks late, I know I'm putting this out just before the race at SUGO, but let's talk about it just for a couple of moments. Firstly, Tsuboi is back. 2 wins in a row, 3 podiums in a row, got the pole position for the second race, and had it not been for what the safety car did in race 2, which we could talk about in a moment, probably could have gone 3 in a row as well. He's back at the top of the standings, 3 points clear of Kakanoshi, who won the second race. And yeah, made the most of various different situations that were going on there. But it did mean, good news for Toyota, that Toyota were able to pick up the win when it came to their home track, when it came to Fuji Speedway. However, let's quickly talk about the safety car interruption in race 2 and the impact that it had, because whilst, yes, the pit window meant that Tsuboi came back out in the lead, it also meant that Kakanoshi was able to catch up to Tsuboi, and not only that, with so much more overtake left, was able to cleanly just glide past and run off. At the same time, Ayumu Iwasa also got past and managed to go after Otta, but didn't have as much overtake, and in the end, that was what decided race 2. In fact, it almost led to Tsuboi not even finishing on the podium in race 2, because he had a drag race to the line against Kamui Kobayashi. So it was, I would say quite interesting in terms of the impact that happened there, in terms of what was going on. Because it did shake up the race. I mean, you can see it when you look at the results and you compare the results of the 2 races. Yes, Tsuboi was still on the podium. Yes, Iwasa was still on the podium. Najiri, who was 2nd in race 1, was 12th in race 2. Otta, who was 10th in race 1, won race 2. And even down towards the lower ends, the likes of Sakaguchi and Fraga didn't score points, whilst people who did get into the points this time around, who didn't get points in the first race, the likes of Kenta Yamashita, Kamui Kobayashi, and Sasha Fenestraz. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I have been enjoying watching Super Formula this season as well, because sitting down and watching those races allows me to think about the other non-F1 single-seater series and what works for them. And what I like about Super Formula is some of the stuff that I like about IndyCar when it came to the overtake system as well. You don't need to have DRS to promote good racing. An overtake system does make it better in some ways in terms of the on-track product, and it does add an element of strategy. But if you have it so that it's something like this overtake system where you get 200 seconds that you can use over the course of the race, and once you have used it, you cannot use it for another lap because you need to wait for it to recharge, it brings in all these other different elements. It means that you have to think about where you're passing. It also means you need to think about where you're going to be defending and how you're going to defend over the next lap, so the other person doesn't just do the old switcheroo on you a few corners later. I think that is really cool. Anyways, folks, those are my thoughts, feelings, and observations. Thank you so much, as always, for watching and joining, and until next time, it's bye-bye for now.